What's up, guys? All right, let the stream populate a little bit, and then we'll get into it. Let me see whether I can get a mic. What's up, guys? What's up? Sunday in the U.S. Early morning in Singapore. What's up, people? Let me get a little mic so that you can hear me and I don't have to talk too loudly. What's up, people? What's up, Malik? Sinfa, how are you? Car, how are you? Hopefully I can find the mic that at least has the battery. Let me see. Oh no. Okay, give me a second, guys. Let me put on the mic. What's up, Chris man? Andy. What's up, Jams? Lena. What's up? What's up, people? What's up, John S. from North Carolina? Nice seeing you all. Okay, let me get a mic in, and then it'll be so much easier to communicate. Yeah, this is a bit heavy, but it's always worth it to have nice clear sound. What's up, people? Bonjour from Paris. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, David. Whoa, Canary Islands. This is an international show, isn't it? Don't be scared, man. Come on. Don't be scared. Come on. Let me fill you in on what you need to know about Bitcoin futures, and don't panic, man. Let me give you the real insight. I'm gonna hook up the mic, guys. So hold on. What's up from Houston? What's up, guys? Okay, let me put this thing in. Okay, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Much better? Alright, okay. Loud. Alright, good. Let me just freaking get to a place where... Okay, so let me just partition myself in a place of light. As you can see, my hair is all messed up. Just fed the baby. Hello from Alcatraz. Nice. Okay, guys, so let's start. Sorry, I'm a little bit late to the stream. I was supposed to do it just now, like an hour ago, but the baby was still asleep. And Bao Chicka Pow, wow, that's right, Hamza. Okay, so let's talk about Bitcoin futures and what are the possible price implications. Now, futures is basically a project, right? A derivative contract. It's on leverage. It's going to be available on CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, CBOE, Chicago Board of Exchange. You have CME, which is Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Then I think you have NASDAQ as well. I hope I got the names right. It's been a while since I mentioned all these particular exchanges. Okay, but yeah, before we get into the when will it be launched, let's understand. So these derivatives are a reflection or a tool that institutions, or I'm not sure whether it's going to be open to the public, but in terms of the institutions, they will have access to use their fiat to trade and speculate on the price of Bitcoin. Right, so that's what it is. As we all know, right now, if you want to actually do shorting or longing with cryptocurrencies, you need to actually have an X amount of money inside your maybe Wait, let me see. Is it Bitmax or eToro, or maybe you use Poloniex to do your shorting and longing, right? Chicago Board, yeah, options exchange, yeah, that's right. So what these futures contracts aims to do is just to provide speculative or speculation with fiat, because at the moment there's no regulated exchange, because most of the exchanges that are out there are pretty much privately owned. They may not necessarily be licensed, and so banks are not able to step in, right? And also they are uncertain about the liquidity of these and the liquidity and credibility of these exchanges. So when you talk about CBOE, CME, NASDAQ, these are all controlled by the banks, and naturally they are so-called more trusted you know, because banks, financial institutions, hedge funds all have connections to these exchanges already. So you're not going to see them on Poloniex and whatnot, or you know, eToro or whatever, all these smaller sites. Okay, so what my personal opinion is that Bitcoin will be definitely having a lot of volatility going forward. Okay, why do I say that? Okay, no one likes to buy higher than the futures markets. So if we are going to have you know, Monday to Friday trading, opening up at anywhere from 9 a.m. Eastern time, you know, no one's gonna actually buy higher than the futures prices. It's pretty standard. It's just a reflection. There's something to look forward to. Right now, I think there are certain cryptocurrencies that are already being traded, like even before their whole ICO is done. Right? That is also a reflection of the potential price of a particular crypto. No one wants to buy higher than that. What's up, AJ? So yeah, so it is gonna be very volatile. No one actually knows whether once it launches, are people gonna short, are people gonna long? You know, it's basically based on perception. Now, I think for a fact that Bitcoin is already set up. It's already expensive, guys. Okay, whatever you guys can say, I know that, you know, I know that the price now may seem, hey, you know, it's, you know, a lot of news and media articles are saying that Bitcoin should go to 20,000 by Christmas, and you know, the whole FOMO and perception is, I mean, look at it. Everyone's probably gonna short it, right? Everyone, but then there's a potential that there are people gonna be buying it up to cause like some kind of activity in the market, and that creates a lot of sensational news. So you have shorters on one end trying to short Bitcoin, and then after that, you know, you have to come to some kind of agreement, right? Whenever institutions come in, they always want to have the upper hand. So I would probably make some calls. Okay, this is just theory. If I was planning to short Bitcoin, I would probably make some calls to the miners to at least work with me, right? So if I make money, you get a cut. Because who owns the majority of the Bitcoins at the moment? Chinese miners, right? Maybe Russians and whatnot. So whoever can influence the price, naturally I would want to give them a cut also. Because here I am, we are already in this stage that is going to go towards mass adoption. Or else, why do you even think that futures are here to stay, right? No one is going to play small, guys. So be very careful. We are going to be riding this wave. Okay, we are not safe. You know, we're not safe in a sense. So to people who always know me, we are literally like, we only can hodl, guys. We only can hodl, right? We have to look at the long-term prospects of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. We cannot really play this market to our advantage. We kind of can. We can try to anticipate, maybe from a technical perspective. So probably we'll get Andy to come and step on board and, you know, talk about all this. But I think when we look at the prospects, yeah, we're going to experience a lot of volatility going forward. What is your personal BTC prediction? Well, Al, I would say that I would look at 11 to 12,000 in terms of price. And that's the price that I don't mind getting in, 11 to 12,000 USD, of course. Then why do I look at 11, 12,000? Because it's about 30% correction, which is still insignificant if you look at with regards to the current price. Okay, would you exit alt positions now? Okay, wow, I'm trying to read your name. Liberzine. Okay, when it comes to alt trading, okay, I've mentioned this before. Libertine. Okay, Libertine. Okay, so Libertine. Just to answer your question, when it comes to alts trading, I take a non-speculative approach. I'm someone who believes in the solutions that are going to happen in this space and the problems that they're going to solve. So I'm I'm really using Bitcoin or Ethereum as a means to get into and invest in that altcoin. Okay? Now, for Bitcoins, now if you are someone who wants to build your Bitcoin stack, you should not really be touching and bothering to touch altcoins. You should just use your US dollars, dollar cost average, or euros or whatnot, and dollar cost average and buy up that Bitcoin. That's all you need to do, right? And when you learn a little bit of simple technical analysis, it gives you that opportunity to time your entries and queue and ladder your buy-ins. That's it. Keep it simple, guys. You know, don't try to use an alt and then after that, you know, the alt gets hammered big time, and then you know gets hammered big time against the denominator, because the denominator is still Bitcoin, right? And so I know that people are saying we should always use an alternate currency, and you know, once that alternate currency goes sky high 40-50%, we increase our stack. Sure, that's provided that you're in there at the right time. But if Bitcoin keeps growing in terms of strength, and your altcoin doesn't move much, like quantum, okay, then you're going to get hammered, isn't it? But when you look at the projects behind that from an altcoin perspective, okay, from an altcoin perspective, this is the future, guys, because blockchain is all about decentralized peer-to-peer smart contracts, platforms, decentralized applications. If you don't have like Ethereum, you don't have Quantum, you don't have Cardano, you don't have IOTA, you don't have Aeon, you don't have Icon, then what are you going to build upon? Are we going to just always going to talk about only Bitcoin day in, day out? Are we not going to revolutionize and look at the problems that are going to be solved in the future with Internet of Things, or incorporating and preventing, for example, fake data, right? All these things, we have to look at data storage, data security. Bitcoin can offer that, but the focus of Bitcoin now is about scalability, right? And apparently everyone's looking at Bitcoin as a store of value. It's no longer like, I mean, Bitcoin will always be Bitcoin. It's just that unique, right? But everything else I find more interesting. There's more conversations that we can talk about, right? Like you guys are already asking like power, you know, like for example, I think power is a sustainable green energy, right? That's solar power. Then I think there are alternatives like solar. You know, all these things, they're so fun to look at. Then there are Enzian, you know, mining projects. You know, it moves around. Then you have projects like what you call it, Mediblock, that protects medical data, you know, data management. Then you have like recently we interviewed Robin 8. Robin 8 is about preventing fake influencer content, right? Because influencers sometimes they tend to buy subscribers and create fake engagement, and advertisers who are engaging these influencers don't even know whether these guys are credible, you know. So Robin 8 is solving that problem with blockchain. Then, you know, over supper we were just discussing like, hey, blockchain is great for preventing piracy in music and movies, stuff like that. So, you know, it's interesting to talk about. But if we always talk about, hey, where's Bitcoin going, price and everything, then, you know, so it's like, it's kind of so-so, you know. So yeah, what is your prediction on timeline of the 30% correction with respect to CBOE, CME? Okay, the Corleary 88, I think let's not talk about a timeline, but more of setting the order, right? Setting the order there so that if it happens, you're going to get it. So very simple. If you're happy with the current price, like for example, you see now we are currently closing in on 16,000 again, okay? So if we're closing in on 16,000 again, are you comfortable with a 20% discount, or are you comfortable to get in at 30%, 40%, so on and so forth? You have to ask yourself this question. Think simple, because if you're buying to accumulate Bitcoin, you can do two things, right? One is to decide on using Bitcoin to trade on a particular altcoin that so-called may have some speculative movement, and make sure that you're going to, you know, be favorable in terms of the Satoshi. Now, if you're just buying to keep, just like a lot of people right now, people are just buying to keep Bitcoin because they start off in Coinbase, right? Because Coinbase is ever so popular, always marketing itself as the leading exchange, right? Everyone's only buying Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. They don't really know about any other thing. You'd be surprised they don't even know that there are thousands of cryptocurrencies, right? Not everyone watches this channel, guys. You know, not everyone watches box mining. Some people don't even know about Ivan on Tech, yeah, or JT3. Don't worry, man. 15 minutes in, you're still good. So, what are your top crypto investment advice? Okay, so I think I kind of did mention that, Malik. When in terms of projects wise, I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin itself, right? I'm still very bullish on Litecoin. I'm still also bullish on Ethereum. But in terms of price movement, we're always looking. Can you blow the camera a kiss? No, like what the fuck? I won't do that, man. Okay, so I think for a fact that we are going to see projects that are going to grow in the next 2 to 3 years very quickly, guys. Because I was also reading about ICOs. Another thing. Okay, guys, listen up, man. ICOs are going to be heavily regulated in all high volume markets. Japan, Korea, Singapore, I guess not so, but Singapore seems kind of, observing the situation at the moment. America, China, okay, the standard, right? So, of course, Europe, right? Because very, very rampant. It's good. I mean, okay, personally, regulation is important. Okay, we all read news. I'm not sure how you feel. I know that when people participate in ICOs, it is about the freedom to kind of vote, right? It's my money. I want to support this project. I want to kind of maybe also potentially speculate and make money on this particular project. Okay, but without regulation, a lot of the people who are not savvy, like you and I, they are getting cheated out of their life savings because they know none the wiser, and it's happening very rampantly, guys. So when I come across from a regulatory, or when I talk about regulation, it is very important that you must understand that aunties and uncles who are, baby boomers are being cheated out of their life savings. So does it mean that, okay, governments regulating this is good in a sense? They definitely want a piece of this ICO fundraising thing, because if you're raising money in my country from my people and your project is like based in some other country, I don't like it, man. You think about it from a business perspective. A country is a business, right? It has industries, it has infrastructure, okay? So it's not about whether or not you like it or not. If you're in my country and I'm a government and you're planning to raise money from my people, I think you better comply. So this is the signal that is given out throughout, okay? Okay, so yeah, so sorry, Ryan, a country is a business, but it is for their people, not for them. Yeah, well, look, I think everyone has. What's up, Kenny? What's up? So I think a lot of people are, guys, ICO is here to stay. And I realized that there are more ICOs that are stepping up with proper business models, and more importantly, that they have books, right? They've been audited. They have proper accounting. I noticed that space and those credible projects starting to pop up, which is good, right? And once there's a regulatory framework in place for any particular country, I would assume that going forward, it's going to be like this. Say, for example, we're working on CrowdGenie now. Okay, so CrowdGenie is wanting to raise money from Australians. Australia has a regulatory framework. If you want to raise money, make sure you register with us, and we need to know your business model and whatnot. So if they decide to do that, they comply. Okay, all good. Okay, now It's just basically having your registration done and complying to that particular country's regulatory framework. So it's very straightforward. Now let's look at okay, so let's look at some of the questions that I'm getting here. Wow, you guys are really smashing it. What do you think about Salt? Okay, Salt is a small, it's a peer-to-peer lending platform. Now my question is, how are you going to vet these people that are borrowing money? You know, vetting the credibility of microloans. These are considered microloans because I think it goes as low as $100, right? And I think the interest is as high as 12% or something like that, the last I read. But how are you going to vet the individual's credibility? Because if you want to have it international, your team has to be huge, right? Your team has to be huge to vet all these people in order to see whether they're even going to pay. And most of the time, these are unsecured. So more often than not, you may not get your money, guys, you know? So I'm not sure how it is going to work. So I'm very curious about Salt's business model, and maybe I should bring on Salt, right? Just ask them how are they going to vet all these people and do the KYC on all these people, you know, because these are microloans. But apparently the microloan, microfinancing space is huge in Thailand and Cambodia, because the unbanked, guys, you'd be surprised, the unbanked, they want to build credibility. They want to be known that, hey, I can pay back whatever I borrow, because they want to build their business. So their little microloan that these companies are providing goes a very long way for all these people. So I see a very big business. It's always been a big business, and bringing it onto the blockchain and somehow letting them have a credit score is going to be awesome. Because in the future, if let's say, for example, they blockchain all the borrowers, then they will say, hey, okay, I've lent to this person before. I don't have to do another round of KYC on this person because this person has lent, say, $1,000 5 times through this year. I don't have to keep doing KYC on him. But if you were looking through a bank, banks don't. Well, I guess there's a general credit score, but at the end of the day, the process is over and over again. You want to lend from one bank to another bank, you always have to repeat the whole damn process. It's damn painful. So yeah, it's the same. Okay. Okay, so let's see now. Let's look at some other questions. Sorry guys, I'm having a very small screen, so if I miss your question, right, I'm sorry. Let me just scroll down. Skycoin. Sorry, I have not had the time to look at Skycoin. Okay, talk about Operation Dragon Slayer. Now, Operation Dragon Slayer was something that I spoke about, but it didn't really happen. So it's just speculative, right? It's just saying that these group of people, you know, known as the Slayers or something like that, they plan to short Bitcoin. So apparently this is a group of whales who have enough Bitcoin to move the market. But apparently it kind of didn't happen, right? It was all over Reddit, creating quite a bit of FUD. Well, after doing videos for 3 days when I was in Switzerland, the price did kind of go down to sub 9,000, and then after it really shot back up. So, you know, everyone was waiting for like 5,000, 1,000 even, and obviously didn't happen. So, you know, I'm not sure whether it will happen right now, especially with futures popping up, but let's just see. What would you advise to someone who is currently holding a lot of BTC? Well, if you're holding a lot of BTC, there's no harm in trading in and out of it, but my suggestion is go into USD Tether, which of course I know is marred with a lot of controversy, but you know what, that we don't have much of a choice. Alternatively, go directly to USD, in and out, and then you can build your stack there, right? I mentioned this slightly earlier in the beginning of the video, that if you want to trade altcoins, you really don't give a shit about the Satoshi level, because when you invest, you want to invest in that project, you believe in that project, you know that the team is credible, the backers who are investing in that project are credible, you've heard of them, you know that they've built other projects before in this space. These are the criteria that you look for. Go and watch my video that I interviewed Miko-san from Pantera Capital. He has invested in multiple blockchain projects, ICOs, and you know, Pantera Capital is also a hedge fund that invests in ICO ventures, ICO projects. Yeah, go and watch that, and I think it's very insightful on the perspective that these investors have. So yeah, go and watch that video. Okay, so we have Populous. Well, Populous is also a banking the unbanked kind of thing. A lot of banking the unbanked projects, guys. So my personal take on all these projects, how strong is their marketing and sales team? Because end of the day, you can say whatever you want, write a beautiful white paper, but if you cannot bring in sales, you cannot form partnerships, your token is worthless, and you definitely are not able to create a presence in this space. Okay. The Ninja. Is your Discord channel still? Yes, of course, my Discord channel is still up, but my Discord channel right now, we are only doing referral base. So if you obviously have some experience in investing in cryptocurrencies, also if you would like to join, hit us up on info@cryptogrinders.com. It is starting. Look at BTC. Oh, okay. So it's shorting or it's longing. Sorry, I can't toggle between my phone when I'm on. Okay, feeling bullish or bearish post futures. I'm feeling bearish, guys. Honestly, I'm feeling bearish about Bitcoin. I'm long-term bullish, short-term bearish, right? Because you have to understand, Bitcoin is way overbought, guys. Come on, it's way overbought. Think of it this way. Yes, I'm from Singapore. So think of it this way. How are you, you all know the growth, right? You've been with me from the very get-go. We started out at $750 US. Currently now it's trading at 14,000, 15,000 US, high of 19,000. Yeah, it's and it's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen that someone has to short the market. And once that happens, my suggestion, get ready your fiat and buy up that Bitcoin. Now, don't go heavy. Don't go like all in, like life savings shit, okay? Please. We have to always ascertain what is the consolidation of the market. If you fail to ascertain the consolidation, that's why a little bit of basic technical analysis will go a long way. People who are now buying Bitcoin, right? They are very simple. They don't know anything about technical analysis. They'll just see, okay, my salary comes in, I have a Coinbase account, I'll buy either Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Ethereum, whichever they favor. That's all. Josh, don't be a troll, man. What's up, Josh? Life savings. Okay, don't do that. Don't, please. Okay, I will never encourage. Yeah, of course, bro. I know you're here to have fun, man. But yeah, I think let's discuss for the fact that let's discuss for the fact that you want to make sure that people are understanding this space. Everyone wants to put their money in first before they start reading about it, start watching on YouTube. Unfortunately, hey, what's up, Leonard? Yeah, it's very early in the morning. English, please. Right. Okay. So, when you talk about, okay, let me get one of the questions. And just now there was a very good question. Okay, do you think it's true that CBOE will not allow shorting? That doesn't even make sense, okay? That doesn't even make sense because you can always short any financial derivative. Any financial derivative, you are allowed to short, okay? So I'm not sure why, if they are not allowing you to short Bitcoin, short a futures contract, but if they don't allow it, then great. But I doubt so. Because you want to have a financial instrument that you can hedge, right? For example, if I have Bitcoin, okay, hear me out, guys. When you have a lot, okay, so maybe I can kind of bring together the question. So we have a lot, say we have Bitcoin. but we don't want to sell our Bitcoin. Don't you want to use an instrument to profit from the sell down? Okay? I don't want to sell my Bitcoins. I want to hodl them until God knows how long, but I want to capitalize for the fact that I personally know that it's overbought. I want to write it down. So a futures contract, an options contract, any kind of contract that allows you to short Bitcoin is pretty good. Hedging with Litecoin, yes, you can do that. You can hedge into Litecoin. You can hedge into US. Okay, when you mean hedge, right, you're trying to lock in profits, right? You're trying to lock in profits. That is your objective. You don't want to just be subjected to the market forces and you'll be like, hey, my Bitcoin was 20,000. Boom, next thing is 10,000. Why don't you you want to hold your pieces of Bitcoin. Say, for example, you have like 20 pieces of Bitcoins. Your Bitcoin goes up and then you see it's going up, but you don't want to let it go. You can always use a futures contract and speculate on the value of that futures contract or an options contract, whichever is available to you. And you can use fiat. Okay. So JM is of course saying invest on the infrastructure of Bitcoin, Icon. Yeah, that's right, man. He's kind of got it right. EOS. Well, EOS is not, no one knows about EOS as in terms of what they are capable of doing, but then you have Quantum Neo. Anything that already has their own blockchain, you can consider investing in it. Okay? So just be watchful, just be mindful. Don't just because Ryan says so or Ivan on Tech says so or Box Mining says so. It's about you doing your due diligence and reading about it as well. Because I've been in this space a while, so at least when I have this pool of people that I can tap on, I can speak to them. If I'm unsure, I can talk to developers, I can speak to investors. But when it comes to me delivering the message to you, always kind of do that due diligence as well. Same thing. No difference, man. It's your money, guys, at the end of the day. Okay, so let's see now. Okay, so I have a theory. Big money will lure people in with the futures launching today and run it wild. Then next Monday, when the big CME futures come, they will rip the rug out. Okay, that you guys are just you guys think on a very different level compared to a lot of people. And I have thoughts of creating a little bit like a fun episode on what people think about Bitcoin, or do they even know about Bitcoin, and then we will know how much people actually know about this decentralized peer-to-peer borderless cryptocurrency. Yeah, it'll be fun. Okay, so EOS hasn't proven anything. Yep, that's right, Ash. EOS has not proven anything at the moment. So it's they're obviously on their marketing campaign. As you can see, Brock Pierce is going around the world talking about how fantastic EOS could potentially be, but no one actually knows how great EOS will be. But I would be to a certain extent convinced that they're going to kind of pull it off with some very strong VC funding, because don't forget that Dan Larimer has experience with previous projects, right? So that kind of adds to that credibility. But I think I'm more interested in Cardano, because Cardano, we have this brilliant team of people led by Charles Hoskinson, and he has already established the wallet, the Daedalus wallet. You have, I think there's a project called RS Coin that is somewhat going to be like Ripple, moves very fast and cheap. And then you have Cardano itself that allows you to build decentralized applications with probably a certain kind of governance, because no one wants to hear the word fork anymore, guys. And oh yeah, talking about fork, the Korean teenager that came forward to say that he created Bitcoin Platinum as a scam to earn $4,500. Yeah, guys, this is the space that we're getting ourselves into. It's actually very, very scary. And not everyone is full-time in this space as a professional like myself, you know, as people are most of the time watching, and they're watching their favorite YouTubers. And I thank you guys very, very much for always tuning in. You know, really, I really thank you guys. So, you know, if you really like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you have friends and family that are still very new to this space, you know, feel free to always share this channel so that they can subscribe to this channel and they can learn. Because we are moving forward, we are really going to, you know, as you know, Crypto Grinders is now providing ICO advisory. So we're helping projects with the tokenization, and helping them with the token utility and giving them suggestions to the token economy, how they can better build their business and allow their investors to participate in their project other than just investing in it. Because a lot of times I realize, sure, everyone wants a quick flip. Understandable. No one's preventing you from doing that. But we are here to also help these projects understand that a lot of this is all about the community. You're not here for a fast wham bam, thank you ma'am. You know, if you're going to raise money from the public, you have to win the hearts of the people, and not only win the hearts from the people by having a great product or great product and services and whatnot, but what is the real world problem that you're planning to solve? And also, are you willing to connect with the people on the ground? And you know, Crypto Grinders has always been connecting with the people on the ground from day one, man. We are always day in, day out, thinking of ways to create content, connecting. Yeah, we got a lot of hate, but hey, you know what? Haters gotta hate, and we're just here to build it. You know, the more haters you have, I realize the bigger the channel grows, the more people will listen. You know, it's just the way it is. You know, you can't say everything that benefits people, but you just put out your opinion there and you let the masses decide for themselves. No, man, look, man, we're not dying. Relax, guys. Okay, come on. You're gonna have this speculation over and over again. And also, yeah, Coinbase, you know, is I think going to provide a lot of liquidity for hedge funds and you know, investors going forward. So stay tuned for that. They are positioning themselves in that way. So I'm pretty curious about what's going to happen. But Coinbase honestly is always down when there's high volume. So I don't use Coinbase personally. I'm usually working with some OTC guys, but OTC guys, they are killer, man. They really price it up a lot, but it's just easier in terms of liquidity. I'm fucking sick of these forks. Yes, I understand. Alright guys, so yeah, a lot of all these projects we're really excited. You know, we're excited to always connect, and if there are projects that you guys really want to be having them featured on the show, if you can somehow, if you're part of their community, right, because maybe you know a particular project that doesn't have enough awareness, right, and you know that they're credible, and we feel that, you know, they kind of fit the infrastructure, the whole infrastructure space, and they're really providing a blockchain application solution to help the masses, and they're not too far off. You know, what you can probably do is connect us to these projects, reach out, and you know, who knows, right? We can form a partnership from there. Cardano versus EOS, what do you think is great? Both are well funded. Okay, both are well funded. Both have kind of overlapping value propositions. So ultimately, it's all about who can create an ecosystem and secure that market share. Because like I said, there's always overlapping, guys. No issue. Electronium, I don't have any insights on Electronium. So you know, if you guys can give me a little, I mean, I'll gradually look through your projects, guys. Like previously, I was not looking at Cardano. Now I'm looking at it, guys. Give me some time, okay, please. You know, we are really like working on a lot of projects right now. We only have a team of 7 people. So thoughts on ethos? Wow, you see, I don't even know that. Oh yeah, formerly Bitcoins. Oh, okay, Bitcoins. Okay. I can see this is going parabolic after Robinhood launches it. Well, I hope so. It's like kind of a rebranding, right? So you know what? Maybe there's gonna be some speculation, right? I don't want to speculate. I'm not looking at the charts. when you talk about speculation, means it's kind of like a pump could potentially happen, but who knows, right? Whether or not anyone's going to even pump that particular cryptocurrency. So, I can't really comment. What do you think about music coin? I've heard of it, but I don't exactly know in terms of what it does. So, if I can look through, guys, like very briefly, I can look through, but can you imagine that right now, although it's early in the morning, but I'll be doing quite an extensive bit of reading on the security laws that are governed at the moment, and see how we can kind of make sure that we can come out with a regulatory framework in Singapore as well, and help the projects that are trying to raise money via ICOs be more compliant. Do you think BTC will rocket up now this morning? If it is sold down on from a technical standpoint, naturally it will always bounce back up. From a technical standpoint, look at the OBV, look at the RSI. This is it's very standard, because bots will capture these points of data, and then once if it's oversold, the orders will start being filled up. And if there's a collective use of a same particular bot, a very popular trading bot, you're going to probably see the orders start filling in, because bots are automated. Ryan, have you heard of Corbin Hood Exchange? Yes. We interviewed Popo Chen. Of course, Malik. Yes. How to get rid of fruit flies? What the hell? Okay. All right, guys. So have a good day. I really gotta go. Thank you so much, guys, for watching the stream. Like I said, give this video a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click on that bell so that when the notification, when I have my latest videos, you will be notified. Mr. Head, heading to McDonald's. All right, guys, take care and have a good day.